everybody, and welcome to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris.
My name is Vincent, and I got worried that Craig was not going to show up because he took a while.
He was thinking about it. He thought about it. He said, you know what, fine, it's a new year. New year, new him. He's going to show up. And he did.
New year, new me is what I thought, and I thought he was not going to show up. I was like, damn, that would really be a Craig move right there.
That's a very Craig move.
Just
Thankfully,
to
he didn't do
cancel
it.
Craig because 2024 hits.
Hey, it's
That's
not
a
the only
rap on
person.
Craig.
Not the only person with a C name potentially getting canceled in the next month.
Rest in peace, Skyark. He died 2 years ago.
He did. Sad day. Um,
We've been
but
doing
yeah,
this for a while. I mean,
it has been a while. I think 2020 we started doing this. 2021.
2021, I think. Yeah,
When did Elias drop his sequel album?
I don't know. That
Because
was a
that's when
while.
we
That was
started.
so long ago. No one knows about that. Only real ones know about the Elias albums.
Elias album review, man.
EPs, but they're albums.
That was a great day.
It was a good day. I wore my plaid shirt. I put on my glasses. Couldn't see shit. Um,
That's
it's all good.
universal truth, man. That was 2020 of October.
And we have other album reviews as well. We have John Cena album review. And what's the other one?
It was the John Cena one, and it was the originals one.
WWE Originals, yeah.
I think so. Was that it? Whatever one that Kurt Angle thing is on.
Kurt Angle,
Yeah.
Booker T was on there.
It's wherever Basic Thugonomics was originally from.
Mysterio, Basic Economics, yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun one. No better way to start off the new year than by shilling our old product. That's just fantastic. Um,
Lillian
yeah,
Garcia, I think, was on there.
there's a bunch of people on there, man.
Is that related to Daniel Garcia?
I don't think she is because I don't think she's British, unlike Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia?
Daniel Garcia, that might be his twin brother.
Daniel and Daniel.
And it's been a 2024. It's just been a day. It's already been a long year.
It's like
Okay.
a shit Nickelodeon show.
I mean, it's not above them though. It's not never
Daniel
above
and
them.
Daniel. They're just normal kids.
I don't even know how you do that show. What I do know is it's a Happy New Year. So Happy New Year to everyone out there. We're gonna go back a few days. We're gonna talk about World's End. It was certainly a show.
The end of the world, as promised.
Man, I've never. There's been very few times where I've watched an AEW pay-per-view and regretted buying the show and watching the entire thing. This is
Look,
one of those times.
that's on you, man. I
It
don't
is
know
on
what to tell you. If you
as
just
much.
waited 2 days,
Mhm.
that's what I said. What I said.
Oh, if I just waited 2 days,
Yeah, be patient about it. Maybe you'll get spoiled on who the devil is, and you'll know it's Jungle Boy, but it's fine.
I don't think it is Jungle Boy. I just think you have an anti-Jungle Boy agenda over there. I mean, who doesn't?
I can't believe this.
But I think you just have an anti-Jungle Boy agenda, like some people also do, me included.
I saw some Campbell's soup art today.
Campbell's soup art?
Yeah, it was in a museum apparently.
What even is that? What's it even mean, Campbell's soup art?
Hmm. I don't know. You gotta go to the museum to find out. Mama, you know, Mama. That's what it's called. That's what I heard. Everyone calls it. Everyone calls it that.
Every time I come back to these reviews, man, I'm just so confused. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Go to Mama, and you'll find out.
I don't think I will.
Go over there. I mean, if you want to know, you don't want to know, then don't go.
I don't need
He's
to
very
know.
close to you. I don't
Let us
understand.
know down below what he's talking about if you happen to know what that is.
Only real ones know.
In the meantime, let's get to this show. It's a long one. Starts off with
Oh,
one of
you telling me, bro? I tried to skip through it as best I could. It was still like 3 hours.
look.
It was my whole day. I was watching that shit for like 5 hours. I don't know. It was a long time. I started at like 12, ended at 6:30.
This was a rough one, man. Let's just get into it. It's the first of two unnecessary, last-minute, additional eight-man tag matches that they put on this card for some reason. Roosh, Jay White, uh, Brody King, Jay Lethal versus Brian Danielson, uh, Jay Briscoe? No, Mark Briscoe.
Mark
Mark
Briscoe.
Briscoe. One day I'll figure that out.
It's
Daniel
hard.
Garcia, brother of Daniel, and Claudio.
Claudio.
It was a fun
No,
match.
it was a good opener. I think it was a good opener, but I didn't like that it was on the show.
I didn't care for it being on the show. It was a fun match. What I will say is I didn't catch bits and pieces because my Bleacher Report app decided to just crash in the middle of this whole thing. So I had to take a few minutes, open up my computer, get it set up there. So I missed a few minutes of it, but it was still a fun opener.
I thought it was pretty fast paced. It was nice. It was goodly time. It had a bunch of good wrestlers in the match, so I think it was a proving grounds for Daniel Garcia as well.
That's really what this was for. I mean, that and also for Brody King to completely emasculate Matt Nard.
Yeah, they put Brody King and Cesaro in the ring together, right?
That was
Everyone's
a
like
good choice.
beef, beef.
They chant it every time, and I love that chant. I think we should do it more often.
I think they say meat, but I say beef. You know what
Oh, you should just do chant meat. That's the whole
I
gimmick of this chant.
mean? Beef. Yeah,
What are you going against the brand? This is the one time you could be
meat.
for the
Sure.
brand.
I can say meat. Okay.
Wrassle Graps is the Twitter handle, man. What are you doing over there?
So about the yeah, okay, we'll get to everything else later. That's true. That's true. Meat, meat,
Thank you.
beef. Oh, and someone else's thing anyway. So we'll say meat. Okay, we'll say meat over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, meat. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue. It does.
It does. Comment meat down below. Much as you want. Just go ahead.
I'm happy they found that car. I mean, whoever did, you know what I mean? Heroic people that found the car.
A bunch of people found it. I mean, the funny thing is, for a few days you were telling me that you had a new car, but you lost it. And then it's like almost right after they found that car. It was really weird.
Yeah, you know what? Hard day's work.
I guess so. So anyway, what were you saying about this one?
Meat.
Yeah, basically. Um, yeah, so besides Brody King cursing out Matt Menard and Garcia having a nice little proving moment there, it was just a fun opener. That's really all there is to it. Brian Briscoe, Garcia, and Claudio win the match. It was a nice
Oh,
opener.
it was a good time. I don't know why Briscoe. I guess they were all in the tournament together, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were. I don't know why they had to then put them all on the show for some reason. I
Well,
was
they're all
confused.
losers, so they had to have a cancellation
Yeah, but what was the point of the match is really was my question.
because Daniel Garcia, see, he wasn't trusted by the Blackpool Combat Club, so they had to make sure he could hold his own with the big boys.
This is a dynamite match right here. This should have been on Dynamite.
Yeah, it should have been really. I mean, it seems like a good main event to be honest.
This is a really fun Rampage, Dynamite, or Collision main event right here that you could have done. But I don't know why
What
you
about
put out a
Dark?
pay-per-view. Everyone forgets about Dark. That's the point. It's dark. You don't see it anymore. You forget about it.
You don't see it anymore because it's canceled.
That too. That'll do it.
Yeah.
So
Do you think
moving on.
Dark was actually good or bad? That's a good question. Because you see all these people unhappy because they're not wrestling, but they would have been on Dark.
It's hard to answer because yes, more people got to wrestle, but nobody actually watched it. And if no one's watching, did they even really wrestle?
That's a good question, but it helps them get into the eyes of people sometimes.
But again, if no one's watching, are they really getting into anyone's eyes?
It's the age-old question: if a tree farts in the woods, does the bear hear that?
I mean, that's how I heard it asked many times.
Yeah, the age-old question never answered.
No, not at all. I mean, let us know what you think about that one and the dark thing. Curious to
And the
know.
dark thing. Yeah.
So next up, we go to a match I was actually looking forward to. Miro versus Andrade. I was very disappointed with this one.
Yeah, Lana was there too.
She was there too. She was yelling about her finger.
I did not want to see her throw up. I did not want to see it.
She didn't throw up.
I know, but she did it on Instagram. What the fuck?
Oh, well, that's different. That's a different
That's
story.
crazy. I didn't want to see that.
Well, you saw it. How'd you feel about it?
I don't know. I can't look at her the same.
Well, I mean, hold on a second, real quick. I gotta sneeze. One second. Cover for me.
See, now you're gonna throw up. I can't believe this.
There was no sneeze. My body lied to me. Um, anyway, I mean, look, it was certainly an interesting set of pictures.
Um, mhm.
That's
I
what
mean, you can post the pictures, but like the vomit was a little crazy. I don't know.
I mean, it helped me more because when she yelled, "Look at my finger," I
Now
really
you know
felt
what was going on. Yeah,
I really felt it. Taz said at some point during the match that he loves his wife. Good for Taz.
he
Um,
does love his wife. He said that very genuinely.
he did. I don't remember what prompted it. It's just at some point during the match. It's when they're talking about the marital disputes of Miro and CJ Perry, Lana, whatever you want to call her. He just goes, "I love my wife." Out of nowhere.
But does he love Hook?
I'd hope so.
Me too. Hopefully, Hook is getting some love.
Actually, let's go back to Hook for a second. On the pre-show, poor Wheeler Yuta, man. That poor man.
What happened to Wheeler Yuta?
Yes, he tried to cut a promo and get some heel heat. He was saying, "Your hometown sucks. No one cared. It's just crickets." It was sad. It was hard to watch.
Who's is this? Wait, whose hometown is this?
It's Hook's hometown.
He's from Long Island, New York.
From somewhere around that area.
I think he's from New York. I don't know if he's from Long Island. That's crazy.
I think he is.
I'm not sure how I feel about Long Island, but whatever, whatever.
I mean,
Fair.
hold on. I think I looked up the wrong thing. Where is Hook AEW from?
Okay, we have to
There
do
we
this.
go.
We have to figure it out. If he's not from Long Island, then well, it was a lie.
Massapequa, New York. Where is that?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Is it like in New York City or something? This is too much work.
Man, so pick at his dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got him. You got him.
Yeah, got him. That's how you do it, Will Yuta. That's how you do it.
Yeah, if you made somebody in the crowd fall for that, instant heel heat right there.
Good.
So back to this Miro Andrade match. You can tell Andrade was just ready to leave. This man didn't really try.
What do you mean? He tried. He won the match. It was a good time.
Andrade did not win the match. What are you talking about?
What? Oh my god. I can't believe this.
Man, you know what? Tell me you didn't watch the show without telling me you didn't watch the show, okay?
I
This
watched
man,
the show. I totally did.
CJ cost Andrade the match. Miro won. That's what happened.
Rusev,
Yeah, Miro, that's the same guy.
Miro. You're right. Okay, that did happen. That did happen. You're right. I'm just trying to make it look better for Andrade.
I think you're trying to like cover for yourself, man, with that slip up over there.
I didn't slip anything.
Now you slipped a little bit.
I did slip a little bit, but I caught myself.
You're a dude who slips, goes, man. At
I
least
redeemed
somebody saw
myself.
that. No, no, no. You're a dude. You're like a dude that slipped, gets up and goes, man. At least somebody saw that. But then the camera pans to like a whole audience of people, and that's kind of embarrassing for you.
Then I run away and I yell things.
What the?
I don't know. Whenever I want to yell.
What offensive things, random things, in
No,
order to
no,
yell?
random things, random things.
What do you start yelling
Be like,
about?
I slipped. I didn't slip. No, I didn't do it.
I watched the show.
I watched the show. I'm telling you.
I
Rusev
love the
won.
people
I
of
mean,
Walmart
Miro.
coloring.
I mean, Miro. The people of Walmart coloring book.
Um, yeah, so Miro wins. Hopefully Miro's on TV more, ideally.
He's a really good athlete. He really is.
That's what I want this year. I want more Miro. I want more Malachi in singles action. I just want more of those guys. It's a shame they weren't featured in 2023.
Not sure if Malachi had some problems or not, but I want to see more of him.
It's crazy. I saw a thing. It's either he barely wrestled any or he didn't have any at all, but he either did it or only wrestled a couple single matches in 2023.
I'm sure it was singles or not tags.
No, I think it's singles matches that he just didn't wrestle any of those.
I might, yeah, like I said, I don't know why that is. So we'll see what if he does wrestle in 2024.
If it's personal issues, best of luck to that guy. If it's not, Tony's got to pull it together, man.
Tony Khan is having a rough time. I'll see that.
Every day is a rough day for Tony Khan.
He's trying his best, but he's really not doing a good job.
Every day is a rough day for him.
Sounds like a song. Every day's a rough day for Tony Khan.
I mean, I guess, if you want to get Fozzy on that, you know,
What did you just say?
get Fozzy on it, have someone
Why
else
would you
step in.
repeat it?
I mean, because you asked, you're like, what'd you say? And I was like, oh, he didn't hear me. So I just
I guess so,
repeated.
yeah. All right.
Because, I don't want to move on unless you're like for
We'll
sure.
talk
Like,
about Fozzy later. That shit was insane.
yeah, we'll talk about it. Um, I Fozzy, the band itself, if you take the one guy out, the most
I mean,
important
he's the
member,
lead singer. Yeah,
if
can't do that.
you have to remove the most important member, and get someone else in there for one song,
One song, just random guy.
help put Tony Khan in there. Have him sing about how hard his life is.
The Judas in my mind, my mind.
Get Sammy Guevara in there. He did a great job that one time covering Judas.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It'll go
yeah,
perfect.
of course.
So moving forward, we get to Tony Storm versus Rio. It wasn't bad. I thought it was a good match. Could have had a couple more minutes. You could have taken away from another match and could given it here because I think it was just getting started when it ended. That's just me.
Well, Luther's the best part of this act.
He really is. Rio at some point she like tries to dive on him. He catches her and just hands her to Tony Storm. That's great work.
He plays his role so well. It's incredible.
No, he knows what he's doing. He plays the gimmick great.
Magnificent.
He's great. I love the gimmick that Tony has.
Tony Khan
Storm.
has a good gimmick.
Yeah, I was gonna clarify. Storm, not Khan. That's not a gimmick. That's
Yes,
just all real with him.
Storm. Tony Storm does sound like a superhero.
Kind of does.
Tony Storm.
Kind of does. Kind of sounds like a 1920s actress should get on that
Could be a,
gimmick right there.
could be a DC superhero.
I mean, I don't know, man. Gotta talk to James Gunn about that one.
I'll talk to Dwayne Johns. He should know a lot about that.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not now.
You
Who
see, he went
knows?
to fucking what's that called? Crack in the box.
Crack in the box.
What the fuck is it called? In and out. Burger place.
Crack in the box. The fuck is crack in the box?
In and out burger place. He went there. And he goes there like every once in a while and he says it's his first time eating it.
I mean, what even is crack in the box? Is it like a drug addict's version of a burger joint?
It's the drug addict's version of Jack in the Box.
I guess.
That's why they go to Jack in the Box. Just for crack.
He's okay. Uh,
I'm not
well,
speaking from experience.
no, not at all.
No. I know I'm a drive-through expert, but
The only thing you're addicted to is podcasting.
math.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I mean, since you brought it up, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't have any math. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. Why'd you even say it?
I don't know.
Oh well. So Storm Beach Rio, I think, like I said, could have gotten rid of a certain match here. We're gonna get to it.
Oh, a
Um,
couple matches here.
Oh yeah, a couple matches, 3 matches actually. I could tell you right now, you could have gotten rid of. Um, but yeah, so I think it could have used a few more minutes to really seal the deal. It could have been better. For what it was fine. Storm wins.
Yeah, I think Tony Storm is fantastic. I think she's doing a great job. I think Riho should be on TV more. She's very, everyone's incredible.
I agree with that. Um, Definitely agree with that. So moving forward here, won't be the last time we talk about Tony Storm. Believe me. Um, Not even just her hat and glasses.
Her hat and glasses.
Yeah, when we talk about a certain situation later on.
Okay.
So quick little promo segment. I think it was Dante Martin. He's being interviewed and he's like, you know what? I want to say something real quick. And everyone's just like, don't say that. You want a match? I'll give you a match for the title on Wednesday. Dante was like, cool, I guess.
Bet.
And that's how that match has been made. That's how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, what happened to his brother?
I've been asking that question for a long time, man.
Is his brother not there this time? Or is he injured? Is he having a bad day? What's going on?
If I hadn't seen them in like doing tag matches a few years ago, I would just assume they're the same guy. Because when one's around, the other one isn't, and when the other one's around, the other guy isn't. So at a certain point, if I hadn't seen them doing singles matches, I just would have assumed they're the same guy.
Aren't them in Action on Shreddy, the tag team?
He might have been. They might have been.
Then he like sucked down that water in front of him, like
Either
fully
what now?
shoved it down his throat, and you know,
What are you describing? What?
he deep throated a water bottle on TV.
No wonder he got a tag. No wonder he got a title match.
Him, Action on Shreddy.
Yeah, no, he did it so impressively that Dante Martin got a title match. I think that's what happened.
Okay, that's fair.
Or it's
That's how I
like
would run my promotion.
it's like that guy, Badlands Chug said there was
That's such a weird rule. The guy next to you deep throats a water bottle. You get the tag team match.
Orange Cassidy so impressed. Wow, that's really cool. Do you want a title match?
He just
Yeah,
thought no. He just thought Dante was Action on Shreddy. That's what happened.
same difference.
Yeah.
So that's gonna happen Monday. That sounds like a good match, actually. That could be a good one.
I'm hoping he wins. Dante Martin's been killing it for so long. No recognition.
No, I don't. I mean, I would have loved to have seen Top Flight doing some crazy things in the tag division, but if we can't have that, this is a close second.
Top flight, flying to the sky.
Fly into the shelf, more like it. God,
Elf on the shelf.
not anymore, man. Christmas is over.
True. Who does that shit? Who does Elf on the shelf?
What do you mean who does it?
Who does that?
What do you mean who does it?
Who's the
Like
people that does that?
who moves it, or like what
Who do,
people
who
use
who
him?
participates with the elf in the crimes?
I mean, that's a completely different set of questions. I think Santa Claus might be your answer.
Hmm. Probably. I ate him today. Actually,
You did what now?
I ate Santa Claus.
Yeah, no wonder I didn't get anything for Christmas, bro. What the hell?
I didn't know he was a chocolate bar. It's my fault.
Yeah,
Yummy
still,
treat, Santa Claus.
yeah, you're lucky that no
Dick
one in the
first.
North. You're lucky no one in the North Pole listens to this, bro. You're lucky.
Are you sure about that? I think
No,
the internet would freeze. Actually,
I'm sure about it, man. That's why they can't listen to it.
Mr. Beast would do it.
Yeah, it's a new video this year, given the North Pole internet.
And if the first thing they see, Wrassle Graps recommended.
That's perfect, beautiful.
He did what? To who?
Santa.
We gotta find this guy. And then Santa's like, take care of him. Make sure you don't leave a trace.
How would Santa do that though?
And pays the elves. And then they do the dirty work. And then Mrs. Claus is like, hell yeah.
But you just said you ate Santa Claus.
But I ate him. So, yeah, that's true. He can't participate. Mrs. Claus is getting revenge. It's true.
Yes, so
Yeah. Or the reindeer. Or, yeah, Rudolph is like, that's my guy right there.
this
I gotta
is
go kill Vincent.
this is the worst description of someone eating a chocolate bar I've heard in my entire life.
I ate a chocolate bar. It was Santa Claus. Yeah.
Just say you had a chocolate bar, man. God,
It was a fucking chocolate. Yeah, that's what I said, though. Jesus.
no, that was not how you said it.
Santa. Saint Nick, man. Come on.
But anyway, um, so we get to the Swerves match. This was a
Match.
this was a weird one. It was supposed to be Keith Lee versus Swerve, but for some reason, instead of just canceling because Keith Lee was physically unable to do it, they just put Dustin in there.
They do this a lot. They just, like, when one person doesn't show up, they say, Dustin Rhodes, get out there.
They did. Someone on Twitter said, "Why didn't you just cancel the match, or why didn't you just?" And then 30 seconds, Dustin was not very happy about that.
I mean, look, if they cancel the match, his leg wouldn't have been destroyed by a cinder block. You know, it's like that simple.
I was very confused. I thought that it was just going to be the cinder block spot and then it's over. And then you're like, yeah, that's a cool way to put over Swerve.
That's what
And
I
then the,
thought.
the match happened anyway. So I was like, okay, sure.
And he didn't sell the leg enough, in my opinion.
No, no, we didn't.
He started doing Canadian destroyers and shit, jumping off the thing. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Isn't your leg fucking shattered right now?
This was the match I was saying that this, you should have just taken it off. There was no need for it. There was no need for a Dustin match here.
That looks cool if he just fucking destroyed him and then the ref counts him out or something, like, you know?
Yeah, it's fantastic for unhinged Swerve right there. But then he did the match, and I was like, "Then what's the cinder block spot for? Why do we do that?"
Because it looks cool.
I guess, man. But did you see that fan interaction though with Dustin?
Like, it just puts Dustin over a little bit. Like, but why?
Let's hear it. Did you see that fan interaction with Dustin and the dude?
What happened?
A fan or just some dude on the internet went, the match should have been 30 seconds. Dustin goes, "Fuck you." The real Dustin Rhodes.
Oh my god. Tony
And
Khan? Get your mains, alright?
and then the dude goes, "What, I can't have an opinion now?" And he goes, "No, fuck your opinion."
Damn, see, get this guy. Get this guy and tell him, stop that. Don't do that again, man. Bad idea, bro.
Man, Dustin's lucky that Tony Khan is one, probably too
He's
scared
lucky.
to do anything about it, and two, distracted at the moment.
He's lucky I'm not there.
What are you gonna do?
I'll say, man, stop that, bro. What are you doing? Don't
What are
do
you?
that.
You're the Michael Jordan ad. Stop it. Get some help.
That's what I'd say to him. Yeah, I'd say exactly that. He'd say, I get that reference. And he'll
I
stop it.
understand it. That was that was 20 years ago. I remember that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Is anyway. Speaking of matches that probably shouldn't have happened based off of recent events, Jericho, Sammy, Sting, Darby versus Starks, Bill, Konosuke, and Hobbs.
Yeah. Definitely should have taken this one out because it didn't need to happen.
We're gonna say we're not gonna comment too much on the situation because we don't know enough about it to make comments on the situation. What we will say is, regardless of what you believe, having Jericho on the show the day that they came out was not a good idea.
Definitely not. No. Should have left him off for sure and done some research, maybe a little bit into what's going on. But I'm not sure what the fuck's going on.
I have no idea, man. I mean, the most entertaining part, the match wasn't even that good. It did not have to be here.
Because are we okay? Are we just gonna sit here and ignore it? You know what I mean? Like he's just gonna be on every show going forward, just like nothing happened. Like it's kind of weird, right? Like
It's very weird. I mean, it really depends, I guess, on who believes who.
right? Like
But
is Tony Khan just gonna say, "Oh, we're the safest fucking company in the world. No need to worry," and then he's just gonna move on with life? Like it's kind of weird. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
like, man, I mean, in that case, it
Did
must
he
have been
sign an NDA too?
a different guy a couple months ago who said that CM Punk made him
Allegedly.
scared for his life. That must have been a
Yeah.
different guy.
Like, did he make everyone sign NDAs? Like, all his employers, just like, oh, sign this real quick. Like,
The
what the fuck?
highlights, the highlights of this match were the World's NDA sign, and then Darby Allin coming out, staring at the ring, presumably talking to Jericho, and just going, "You piece of shit," and then walking away to the Sting
Damn,
entrance.
that's crazy.
I don't even know who he was talking to or why he said that. If he was talking to Jericho, I'd relax with that because Darby ain't exactly safe
He's
either.
not a. He's not a. Yeah, he's not very clean. Now, this is all alleged, of course. We're not making allegation. Well, this is alleged. It's alleged. There's allegations towards Jericho, and that's it. Simple as that.
It is Jericho. I mean, I don't want to have to, you know, but man, it's the Velveteen Dream situation all over again, man.
Yeah, these are just questions we're asking. Like, but we had this match anyway, unfortunately.
Well, I guess for clarification purposes, it's not the Velveteen Dream situation in terms of what you're
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
It's that situation in terms of I was a big fan of this person, and now this is happening, and I can't have anything.
Of course, yeah. It's definitely like Chris Jericho seems like a legend. Like he's up there with the best of them. But to have this come out like and be so questionable is very concerning.
Dude, I can't have this be true, man. I have a signed Jericho plaque. What am I supposed to do with it now?
Gotta burn that shit. I have an action figure I didn't open yet. It says it's like the my list Chris Jericho.
Oh
I don't know
well.
what to do with it. I don't know where it is anyway, so it's kind of lost in the world. So but
I think the biggest crime of this whole situation is that the match wasn't even that good.
the match sucked, and Chris Jericho sucks at wrestling as well. So he
I
can't
mean,
win with nothing. I'll tell you that.
he's good when he wants to be. He had a good match with Will Ospreay recently. That might have just been Will Ospreay though.
Yeah.
Now that I think
Will
about it,
Ospreay
probably
carried
was.
him. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Now that I think about it, that probably was him.
Because he did okay. So he was doing code breakers that didn't really connect, not fully hitting, like that. And then the drop kick off the top rope, he just hit him with like one leg, like a karate kick, and not both legs like in together. So I don't really understand. He just sucks at everything.
This whole match was a mess. It really was. Um, I mean, just saying it right now, the two 8-man tags and then the swerve match, you could have taken them
Oh,
off. This show
and we
could have
didn't
been.
mention that the fans sang the fucking song.
They sang this. Apparently, people in the arena said people sang them. Some of them did, but not all of them, which makes sense.
No Captain Obvious, of course, because they
But
showed people singing this song.
no, there was people doing it. Either they didn't know or they knew and they just didn't care, which is weird.
Yeah, yeah. And then they booed him for the rest of the match.
And it's really just the song that people like at this point, isn't it?
I guess so. It's not even that good of a song. Let's be honest.
It's a good song. It's not this good, but it's a good song.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't be hollering it.
If I read the news and I went to an AEW show, I wouldn't be like, it's that good of a song. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Because then you're on camera as well.
Then you're
The
on
guys that
camera.
were doing it are there on camera. It's living forever in real time. Okay.
Exactly. And then that's if I got caught doing that, it's definitely gonna get caught on camera, and then that definitely jeopardizes everything here.
They got a couple folks in there, so we know who you are.
They got a couple of these, man. They better not try to show up on YouTube with a podcast, bro.
That's right. That's right. You can't be contaminant now, right? You did the thing.
That's one of those. That's one of the situations too, where they'd be like, "Man, Chris Jericho's a terrible person." Then someone be in the comments, "Is you?" And it's just the video of them singing.
The word condemn or condone. I don't know. Whatever.
Or maybe. Um,
I'm confused with both of those words.
all I know is the show doesn't get much better in the next match. Julia Hart versus Abaddon.
Like who won
Just
that match though?
oh, it was the faces because Sting is retiring in a few months.
Ow.
How they win?
No, I said ow.
Oh, ow.
Yeah. Because that's what he says. He says ow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This
Does he say that?
all I know is that for 5 matches deep, all of these matches were either average at best or uninteresting. And then we get to Julia Hart versus Abaddon, which was awful.
Oh. Like, it's just that Abaddon's cool, right? But I don't know if she's the problem. Okay, I don't think she's the problem here. But Julia Hart did do a backflip to end the match, and it did not
That wasn't
connect.
good.
So she backflipped right over Abaddon, pinned her for the win.
That was a rough moonsault's what that was.
Yeah, it was not a moonsault. Like I said, backflip right on over, right over her. Didn't connect.
And you could have saved this match, I think, if you had a good stipulation. But the stipulation that Abaddon chose apparently was you're allowed to bite somebody.
How'd that work out?
It came into play like a couple of times, but now it's just an ordinary match the rest of the time. Like, who cares? I don't know.
If she was fucking Santa Claus, it would have worked. But
I don't think
not
it
right
would.
here.
The video package for this match was a lot better than the actual
I'm a
match.
strategy expert.
Sure you are.
Man,
Anyway, Julia Hart retains with the help of Sky Blue,
I
and
like
then
Sky
that's
Blue. She's cool.
yeah, she's cool. I mean, I don't know where this is going, but it's
I don't
cool.
know. It doesn't seem like it's very important, does it?
No, not at all.
It seems like it was kind of thrown together. I'm not really sure what Abaddon has to do with anything.
They were having a feud.
Why? Because they're both spooky or something?
Yes.
Well, not the same type of spook. She's like a monster or some shit.
I mean, I guess. I look, man, this whole show was not great. This was probably the worst in-ring match. I don't know if you agree with that, but
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying overall it was the worst in-ring match I saw in that show.
Maybe it was a bad day. It was a bad day.
It could have just been a bad day. I'm gonna chalk it up to that to give the benefit of the doubt because I haven't seen enough of their work to really judge.
That's what I'm saying.
What I will say is that by this point, I was regretting watching the show.
Oh, I was fucking regretting it. I was like, how do I get through this show faster? I was my goal, get through it in 2 hours.
No, it wasn't gonna happen.
It
You
wasn't
see,
gonna
you
happen.
can't. That works with a Dynamite or like maybe a WWE show, but this is like a 4 or 5 hour extravaganza. You gotta really, it's not happening.
That's why I aimed for 2 hours. I was like, half the show gone. That would be great. But no.
Yeah, well, anyway, thankfully these last three matches were good. I think.
Yeah, they were all right.
Well, I think it's like a spike in quality. Um, I think
Like
it's
TV.
yeah that too. Starts off with Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was good for what it was.
They killed my man's, bro. They killed him.
Or I mean, look, Edge probably overshot that power bomb.
Also, he was born in 2005. That's crazy, right?
Which one?
The youngest one, of course.
Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne. Yeah.
Nick Wayne. That's his name. Yeah.
I was just trying to get you to tell me his name because I forgot, but I
I
won't.
forgot his name too. We were on the same page. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a spot where the table gets lit on fire, and then Edge tries to power bomb Nick Wayne through it, but he misses like 90% of the table, which was rough. Um,
Yeah. Well, he hit the table. He just like he fell off the table.
yeah, I know, but he didn't hit enough of that table, you know.
The fire went out though. So
I think Edge was just trying to not dump him directly on it. I think
why
that was
though? I mean, I think he did try, but it just didn't. It didn't work. That's what happened.
I mean, I really don't know.
Because why
Honestly,
intentionally fuck up a spot um, when it would look better if the table broke? And it would probably
I
feel better if the table broke. Because now it didn't. Of course, it didn't feel good. I'm sure about that.
no, he landed on his upper back and that was rough.
It would have been way better if he went to that table.
Definitely. I mean, I really don't know. I don't know why he did it like that. If it was just an accident, if it was some weird protective thing, I don't know.
I have no idea. Definitely not protective. You know, we can eliminate that, I guess.
Sure. Um, I love Christian. He's great. Wrestling in the turtleneck's fantastic. Um,
So I made this thing. I put W's in front of their names and I make it sound cool. So I put the W in front of Edge's name. He is now Wedge.
Wow. Well, his name's not
Then,
Edge anymore,
then
technically.
Christian Cage wins. Wage.
What you really want is Adam Copeland, so it'll be Wadham Copeland
Wage against the Wedge.
or Wadham Copeland.
Well, that doesn't sound as cool as Wedge, does it?
I don't know.
Imagine coming up to a guy. Hey man, they call you Wedge. Damn right, they call me Wedge.
I
What's
don't
it
think
to
that's
you?
that great. That's a 1980s sidekick name at best.
Psychic to who? Tony Storm?
It's a 1980s bad guy villain thing at best.
Tony Storm versus the Wedge.
All right. So look, the match itself was good. I think it was definitely a bump in quality, is what I'm gonna say.
Your mic sounds kind of like you're underwater.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Better now.
Maybe
How about
we
now?
can't focus too much on it. We'll see.
I mean, we could focus on it a little bit.
I think it should be fine.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, the match was definitely an improvement. The best match of the night up to this point. Uh, Edge or Adam Copeland wins the match. Then Luchasaurus or Killswitch comes out. Apparently, he won a battle royal earlier on in the night. He earned a TNT title match at any point that he wants. Tries to cash it in Christian. He says, "Give me that shot." Then he whispers whatever dirt he has on Killswitch in his ear, and then he gives him the contract. Christian's champion again, two-time TNT champion.
Pretty cool. I was wondering what the fuck was going on. I was like, why does he have the contract? Why does Christian now have the contract?
Uh, I mean, that's why. That's what happened.
What happened?
Christian whispered the dirt in his ear, and he's like, "Okay, fine. Here's the contract."
Damn, he told him his secret name is Wedge, and he was like, dang, that's great.
That could have been it. Could have told him a secret that I know secretly you're Will Switch, not Kill Switch, and he's like, "How'd you know?"
I will not switch. Here's the contract.
There's that match. And we get to arguably the best match of the night. Actually, not arguably. It's easily the best match of the night. Kingston versus Moxley.
The world is cold. Better bundle up.
I loved everything this was. This was exactly what I wanted it to be. Brian Danielson on commentary made it even better.
A weird place, because look, here's the thing. I like Eddie Kingston so much that I wanted him to win something really big one day. You know, here he is winning something big, but I feel like I could have went to someone newer and younger as well.
Well, I mean, I would have. I think I could see that. You could have helped it by just having someone else in the match that wasn't Moxley. But it's hard to be mad too because they have great in-ring chemistry.
Because it's like these are the two guys I actually thought could elevate people rather than win the whole tournament, right? I thought they could have been the secondary guys to whoever makes it to the finals, like a Jay White or a Swerve, maybe.
I think it really depends on where Swerve and Jay White go from here. If it's good, then I would say you don't really need this. Eddie Kingston, I think, is the best choice just because he never really won the big one. I think this is just a really good moment for him.
It's good, yeah, it's definitely good. Where does it go though? That's the
That's
question. Like,
what that's what
so
matters.
he
Yeah.
has all these titles. He has the three titles, and that's cool. He looks cool. But he's a king now. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
is that what happens? He's the top guy now. He's a big name.
He's a Triple Crown champion now.
Triple Crown king.
What I want to know is what's the rules of this title? Does it only get defended once a year?
I have no idea. I mean, maybe I get that makes sense, right? That makes sense.
I mean, I guess. And then does he get like a pass to the finals because he's champion next year?
I think you're hitting it on the nail. I think that's what's happening.
But what if he gets injured in between the span of a year?
Wow, wow.
True, true. Um, Yeah, I guess that's it. But I will say I love this match. Easily the best thing on the show.
The world is cold. Better bundle up.
I know for a fact, no matter what you think, I know that you love seeing Eddie Kingston with 3 belts on.
Honestly, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I really like this, but I'm just not sure what happens now.
That is the important part. I mean, knowing Tony Khan, nowhere good, but
He should
hopefully,
always be in the main event, in my opinion, but he's never in the main event. So.
well, he definitely is guaranteed to be on a pay-per-view as long as he has the belt, I think.
Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for, right? Hopefully, they don't ignore it, like he's been used now. Like, hopefully, he gets elevated.
I need more Eddie Kingston. More Eddie Kingston. I need more Miro. I need more Malachi Black this year.
That's my Christmas resolutions.
I mean, New Year's.
And put that uh, next to eat Santa Claus.
Eat chocolate Santa Claus. Wow.
Yeah, I forgot the part where it said chocolate.
That's the important part. The other part just sounds concerning.
It's true. Yeah.
So time for the main event. Um, the most confused I've been all year, maybe MJF versus Samoa Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, so Joe comes out, then MJF gets a fun little video package out of the people of Long Island talking about how great he is. There was one girl who talked about her night with MJF. That was entertaining. A bunch of goons beat up a guy who refused to be a part of it. That was fun too. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really cool.
He's the people's scumbag. Long Island.
He is. They loved him. He also had Adam Cole with him in his corner. Uh, I'd say this was a fine match. I enjoyed it. Um, didn't expect Joe to win. I'm not mad about it. I don't know where it goes, but I'm not mad about it. I love Samoa Joe, so I'm fine with it. But I was
I kind
very
of
confused.
wish. Yeah. What are you confused about?
I was very confused when he won the match. I didn't think he was winning this at all.
Well, me too. I mean, I was confused too because he ended so because he had the ring right, but he didn't get to use it, and he still like he didn't. No one cheated for him to lose. Nothing like that. Like Adam Cole didn't turn on him at that point. He just lost the match by submission.
I really want to know if that was. I mean, it had to have been meant to happen. But if that's the case, why does the referee look so confused?
That's what I'm saying. It seemed like like I guess maybe because you would think that his arm would be like raised up, and he'd be powering through it, but he's not. You know, it's just one of those moments where maybe it just didn't happen, and everyone's kind of dumbfounded because usually it does.
I guess. All I know is I've seen one promo of him as champion. I'm already here for it.
But he's been taken off the AEW roster actually.
Yeah, MJF. I guess his contract's up, right?
I'm not sure if that's the case.
I mean, he kept saying 2024. I'm out of here. Maybe that's just what it is. His contract's up. They're negotiating another one.
His buddy turned on him and he said, "I'm gone." So
I mean, I guess that could be it.
yeah, maybe.
So let's get to that part, actually.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Mhm.
It was
All
something
right.
to do with MGF winning, or no, losing actually. So Samoa Joe wins, but maybe it could have been like a swerve or something like that, like where it meant more. I'm not too sure how I feel about Samoa Joe winning when it's like such a short-term story, I guess. When it could have been a long build-up story, like Adam Cole takes the belt from him, I would have been cool with that. Like, you know what I mean? Instead, now there's no story regarding the title.
Well, this is where AEW always struggles, is they never know how to book the reigns of these guys.
Yeah, I feel like it could have meant more, but now it's been kind of tossed over to Samoa Joe
This
rather
is
than
really,
oh, it means a lot more than it seems, but it doesn't mean that much.
this is Hangman all over again. It really is.
Yeah, I like Samoa Joe though. I'm happy he's in this position. It's like kind of like an Eddie Kingston situation. I
I
love
know.
these guys. I wanted them to be here, but was it the time? Was it the moment? You know, couldn't it have happened somewhere else at some other point?
I mean, I will say I prefer this to injured MJF beating Samoa Joe clean. That would have bothered me a lot.
Well, he did it before, but it's not like a crazy
I
thing.
It bothered me when he
Jay
did it to
White,
Jay White.
Jay White knows what happened.
Yeah, it bothered me when it happened to Jay White. It would have bothered me again if it happened here. So I think
Super
that,
Max.
you know, um, so I'm glad that he didn't win here off of that fact. Um, I don't know. I think that the MJF being world champion, just because of the booking, the way it's been recently, just hasn't been working. That's not his fault. It's just the storyline. So maybe giving it to Joe for now was the right call, but it could have been done better.
Maybe if Adam Cole didn't get injured, everything would have been okay.
That's the important caveat there.
There was really a lot of situations where MJF's been fucked over, I think. Like the CM Punk situation where he just, returned and then CM Punk goes on a rant about how this and that. And then that didn't work out, right? The story with him didn't work out. And M. Cole gets injured in the middle of their storyline together. So it's MJF's like bad. He's cursed, kind of.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Speaking of rough things happening to MJF, the devil comes out after
The Devil's masked man.
yeah, the multiples, the four of them come out after the match. They look like they're gonna attack Adam Cole, but instead the lights go out. When they come up, Adam Cole sitting in the chair surrounded by all four of them. Turns out he was the devil the entire time.
Oh my god. I can't believe this.
And also, believe it or not, the four guys with him were Wardlow, Roderick Strong, uh, Mike Kanellis, and what's his name? Forgot.
I don't know, man.
Matt
The
Taven.
kingdom were there. The
Matt
kingdom
Taven.
were there. Yeah.
There we go. And they all did they beat up MJF? I don't remember. I don't even think they
They
did.
did, yeah. They did. They powerbombed him. They did a bunch of shit to him. Yeah.
They did. Wow.
And
So
Adam Cole sat there in the chair,
and he just looked down respectfully.
respectfully. He said, I'm looking respectfully. That's what he said.
He said it to the camera. I was like, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
being respectful about it.
I guess now we're building to MJF versus Adam Cole. I really would have loved to have seen the original plans because obviously these weren't them, but I'm looking forward to it.
This devil shit has been a mess. A whole
It has.
mess. AEW has been a mess. It's still a mess. It's not cleaned up for some reason. It's like an IO 4 is a mess. You know what I mean? But no one's cleaned it for a while.
Yeah, and then it's especially a mess when you have Tony Khan being asked about the safety of his locker room for things like the sexual misconduct
And he's the one that says his life was in danger.
and then he's sitting there, Tony Storm's hiding glasses, going, "Hey man, look, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good."
Yeah. Like, how do you go from one extreme to the next one? Like, it's just like, he changed his mind. He was like, nah, everything is cool, bro. It's all safe. This is the safest promotion in wrestling. But you're the one that said that your life was in danger backstage at your own show, right? The one that
It
had
was
the fucking brawl out moment. Like, it just doesn't seem very cool.
that's the moment I started to turn on Tony Khan when he said he was scared of his life because of CM Punk. Really? I don't
I
know
mean,
about.
maybe. I don't know what happened, but there's footage apparently that hasn't been released, I don't think.
I need that footage, otherwise I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, I want to know what happened. He just
However,
pulls a knife out of his fucking trunks or some shit.
hey, good. I don't know what he did.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he pulled out a real shard of glass, tried to kill Jungle Boy.
He says, I want out of my AEW contract. It's like, oh, that makes more sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? That's why you're so happy right now.
Yeah, I guess that explains a
Yeah.
lot, actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, the best part of the media scrum at the end was Samoa Joe saying that send anyone at him, he'll beat him. Everyone starts fights around here, but no one starts fights with Samoa Joe. He said. He's like, that's pretty true. You tell him. That's my champion right there.
That's because this is the safest promotion. Wait, Samoa Joe, what are you saying?
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that one before. Wow.
Yeah. God damn.
So anyway, um, some thoughts on the show.
I don't. It's either thumbs up or they're not thumbs up. Thumbs in the middle or thumbs down, really.
I think it's
And
somewhere
you know
between.
what? I think it was fucking long. Most of these matches shouldn't have even been here. The payoff to the fucking demo thing wasn't that cool. Thumbs down, honestly.
I'm gonna go thumbs down when 2/3 of your card felt like a waste of time. It's got to be a thumbs down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the double shit was a mess as is. I mean, it's not even like that's cool. So, what really was?
I think if you're gonna charge $50 per show, you really gotta step it up, man. And
It's
this
not like
was
they
a real
didn't
step
even
down.
have time to book a good show. They have so much time to book a good show, and they can't do it for some reason. They refuse. They're like me before a test. They don't study for that shit at all. They just kind of they wing it, bro. Or, I don't know. It's
That's
crazy.
Tony, dude, that's Tony Khan every pay-per-view cycle, man. We got a couple months. We'll come back to this, okay? Then it's been like
It's
a week till the
procrastination, dude.
show. And then he's like, oh god, there's like no matches. We're charging $50. We got one match. Oh god.
Yeah, I say it's coming up. I'll deal with a day off, says Tony Khan.
Yeah. I'll book the show. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Then it's like a week
Like,
until the show. Hey Tony, what are those matches looking like? Oh, yeah,
yeah.
those
So
matches.
you can say he fucking works his ass off, but he really does half-ass these pay-per-views.
Really does, you know. If you're gonna have no storylines, you're gonna have quality matches, and you can't even do that, man.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I mean, all those NXT takeovers were so perfect, right? Just they were amazing, actually. Those are good times back in those days when
They made
NXT was putting on great shows every time they had a show.
like
And we
27,
can't seem. I feel like AEW cannot do that. Like they can't do that. They can't recreate anything like that.
2017 through like the end of 2019. That was my favorite era of wrestling because of NXT, and it's not been the
Perfectly
same since.
timed, perfectly fucking good matches. Every match was a banger. How have you ever been to like a show? Every match is a fucking banger. I don't. I mean, I've seen so many AEW pay-per-views that are 4 hours long, but not like most of them kind of don't really live up to the hype. And then some of them do.
Yeah, so hopefully Tony can pull it together for what's the next one? Revolution, I think,
I'm not sure. I don't know the calendar.
or whatever it is. Hopefully he pulls it together. In the meantime, this one's a real step down, real thumbs down from both of us.
What a shit way to start 2024.
For them, but for us, 2024 is just getting started. We're gonna try and be more committed to this. So hopefully we have a very steady, constant stream of content coming out.
That's right. We're here for 2024.
So in the meantime, I guess do the plugs and
Go
talk to you
follow
soon.
us where you possibly can. Every single social media platform. YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share, podcast, and platforms. 5-star review. We'll see you next one. Bye.